Scorpio, there is a quiet moment in life when the air feels heavy, the silence grows louder, and your heart senses that something is about to end. And this is the energy of a final farewell that hovers around you now, not to scare you but to awaken you, because the universe is gently preparing your soul for a necessary release. A closing of a chapter that has carried both love and pain, growth and loss, lessons and wounds. And in this space, you may feel the bittersweet ache of letting go. But you must also remember that every farewell is not just an ending. It is the sacred doorway to transformation. And as a Scorpio, you are born to rise from ashes, to shed skins that no longer serve you, to move beyond what weighs down your spirit. So stay with me until the end of this message, because what I am about to reveal will not only explain why this farewell is happening, but will also guide you on how to prepare your heart, how to find strength when emotions feel overwhelming, and how to trust that this goodbye is not punishment, but protection. And if you have ever felt that strange pull, that inner whisper saying, "It's time to release," then know that this is your confirmation. So let this message hold you gently as we walk together through the shadows into the light. And if these words already resonate with your soul, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who may need this healing, and subscribe to our channel so you never miss the guidance your heart is seeking. Thank you, Scorpio, for being here. Your presence is a blessing, and together, we will uncover the wisdom hidden inside this farewell. The cosmos has always spoken to Scorpio in the language of endings and rebirth, and when we look at the stars now, they whisper of a cycle that has reached its completion, a season where the intensity of Pluto, your ruling planet of transformation, and Mars, the planet of action, converge to press upon you the need for closure, because Scorpio does not walk shallow paths. Every step you take is written in depth, power, and soul. And so when farewells come, they are never casual. They are soul-shaking, karmic, destined. Moments designed to strip away what is false and illuminate what is real. And in this moment of cosmic alignment, you may feel as if the ground beneath you shifts. Relationships that once defined you seem to dissolve. Patterns you held tightly to feel too heavy to carry. And the truth is, the universe is asking you to let go, to trust that the destruction of one chapter is the only way for a more aligned, powerful one to rise. And astrologically, this is your gift and your challenge. For no other sign knows the meaning of death and rebirth like Scorpio, the phoenix of the zodiac. And as you stand on this threshold, the energy of endings can feel unbearable, but within it lies the promise of transformation. So take a breath and allow yourself to accept that this farewell was written in the stars, that it is part of a larger divine order pulling you forward. And if you can lean into this wisdom, you will find not just survival, but renewal, not just grief, but the seeds of a new destiny already taking root within your soul. And that is why the stars remind you today. Endings are not punishments, they are portals. Scorpio, you more than any other sign know the weight of emotions. Because when you love with your whole soul. When you trust with the depths of your being. And when you connect, it is never surface level, it is profound, intense, uncheckable. And this is why goodbyes cut so deeply for you. For every farewell feels like a tearing of spirit, not just a separation of circumstance. And psychologists would say, it is because your emotional wiring thrives on depth and intensity. But on a spiritual level, it is because your soul was designed to experience transformation through vulnerability, through feeling everything fully. And while other signs may walk away lightly, you carry the memory, the energy, the bond in your heart for far longer, even when you know it no longer serves you. And this makes farewells both a burden and a gift, for the pain you endure allows you to see truths others cannot, to understand the impermanence of life and the necessity of letting go. And though it feels like heartbreak, it is also a reminder that your capacity to feel is your greatest strength, because only a heart that loves so deeply can grow so powerfully after loss. So if you find yourself struggling to release someone or something, right now, know that your tears are not weakness. They are evidence of your courage to have loved, your bravery to have cared, your willingness to walk fully into the fire of connection. And even though the farewell hurts, it is shaping you, carving you, preparing you for the strength and wisdom that only Scorpio can carry. So let yourself feel it all, because this goodbye is chiseling you into who you are always meant to become. Every farewell, Scorpio, carries within it a message from the universe, one that is often hidden beneath the pain of parting. And while the human heart focuses on what is being lost, the soul quietly understands that what is leaving your life is making space for what must enter, because farewells are never random. They are sacred signals of alignment. And in your journey, this goodbye is not just an ending. It is a revelation, a reminder that the people, places, and energies that cannot walk with you into your higher path are gently being released. And though the process feels cruel, it is, in fact, a divine act of protection, for the universe sees what you cannot, knows what is ahead, and in removing what no longer resonates, it is guiding you toward greater love, peace, and truth. And in tarot, this is symbolized by the Death card. Not a card of doom, but of necessary transformation, urging you to let old skins fall away so new life can emerge. And also by the Eight of Cups, showing the soul's journey of walking away from what looks full but feels empty. And in your farewell, now lies a lesson. Endings do not diminish you. They refine you. They strip away illusion, so that only what is pure and lasting can remain. So instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" shift your gaze and ask, "What is this farewell freeing me for?" Because hidden inside this loss is the wisdom that life is not about clinging. It is about flowing, not about possessing, but evolving. And when you can embrace that truth, the goodbye you once feared becomes the very key that unlocks your transformation. Scorpio, before a farewell arrives, the universe often leaves subtle signs to prepare your heart. And if you pay attention, you will notice patterns that feel more than coincidence, like your intuition whispering louder than usual, urging you to question a connection or situation that once felt secure, or the way your dreams may begin to replay the same themes of release, endings, or departures, nudging you to recognize what your conscious mind resists. And perhaps you've noticed synchronicities around you, such as the repeated appearance of the number 999, the sacred code of closure and completion, or even songs, phrases, and symbols that remind you of moving on. And beyond these cosmic hints, there is also an inner shift, a quiet realization that what once brought you joy now feels heavy, that conversations lack depth, that your energy no longer flows naturally in a place where you used to feel at home. And though the logical mind tries to cling, your spirit knows the truth. For the soul never lies, and sometimes relationships grow silent, opportunities suddenly collapse, or people distance themselves without reason, not as punishment, but as divine intervention, clearing the path for you. And in those moments, you may ask, why now? But the deeper question is, what is this creating space for? Because the end that is near is not meant to break you. It is meant to unbind you, and the signs are not warnings to fear, but invitations to prepare, to soften your heart and ready your spirit, because when you recognize them, you realize farewells are not sudden shocks. They are carefully woven transitions designed to lead you exactly where you are meant to be. Scorpio, healing through a goodbye is never about erasing the memory or pretending the pain does not exist. It is about honoring what once was while giving yourself permission to move forward. Because the truth is, farewells are wounds that ask for gentle tending, and the first step is to acknowledge your feelings without judgment, to allow the tears to fall, the anger to rise, the emptiness to be felt, because emotions unexpressed only harden into shadows, but emotions released become light again. And one powerful way to begin is by writing a letter of farewell, even if you never send it, pouring every word your heart has held onto the page, thanking the person, the situation, or even the old version of yourself for the lessons they gave you, and then letting that letter go, burning it, burying it, or simply closing it away as a ritual of release. Another path is through meditation or prayer, sitting in stillness, placing your hand over your heart, and whispering to yourself, "I choose peace. I choose freedom. I choose to let go." For these affirmations plant seeds of healing within your spirit. And surrounding yourself with supportive energy is essential too, whether through trusted friends, spiritual practices, or nature, where you can be reminded that endings are always followed by new blooms. And Scorpio, remember that healing is not linear. Some days will feel lighter, others heavy, but every step forward, no matter how small, is part of reclaiming your strength. So do not rush the process. Let it flow, because true healing does not erase the goodbye. It transforms it into wisdom, and this transformation is where your deepest power resides. Scorpio, after every farewell comes a sacred transformation, because endings for you are never empty. They are the ashes from which your rebirth begins. And though the pain of parting may linger, beneath it lies the quiet strength that only your soul knows how to carry. For you are the phoenix of the zodiac, designed to rise higher every time you fall. And what feels like loss today is the very soil nourishing your growth tomorrow. The heartbreak that once broke you open is also a crack through which new light enters. And in this space of transformation, you begin to see that goodbyes are not meant to diminish you. They are meant to refine you, stripping away illusions so that your truest self can finally emerge. And where you once felt powerless, you begin to sense empowerment. Where you once saw emptiness, you now see opportunity. And soon the weight you carried becomes the wings you needed to fly. Because transformation is not just about moving on, it is about becoming someone new, stronger, wiser, more aligned with your divine path. And Scorpio, every time you rise from an ending, you not only heal yourself, but also inspire others who watch your journey, proving that it is possible to survive the fire and come back brighter. And though farewells may still sting, they no longer define you. They remind you of your unbreakable nature. So trust this process, because the transformation after farewell is not a maybe. It is your destiny, and the universe has already written your victory into the story of your soul. Scorpio, the universe wants you to know that this farewell is not abandonment. It is alignment, and though your heart may feel the sting of loss, the higher truth is that you are being guided away from what no longer serves your soul's growth. Because when doors close, it is not rejection, it is redirection. A divine course correction meant to lead you toward people, places, and experiences that resonate with your deepest purpose. And in this moment, the universe is saying to you, do not fear what is leaving, for it is making space for what is coming. And the guidance here is clear. Release your grip on the old, trust the unfolding of the new, and know that unseen forces are working in your favor. And when you feel lost, call upon your angels, your guides, your ancestors, for they are surrounding you now with light, whispering comfort into your spirit, reminding you that you are never walking alone. And through meditation, prayer, or even quiet reflection, you can feel their presence guiding you to peace. So instead of asking, why did this end? Begin asking, what am I being prepared for? Because this shift of perspective is the key to unlocking serenity in the midst of uncertainty. And Scorpio, the universe assures you that you are being protected from harm, shielded from paths that would have drained your energy, and prepared for a destiny far greater than what you are leaving behind. So take heart in this message. What departs is not your loss. It is your liberation, and what arrives next will feel like home to your soul. Scorpio, preparing your heart for the next chapter begins with the courage to accept that what has ended has served its purpose. And though farewells may leave scars, they also carve out space within you for something far more aligned. So the first step is self-love, reminding yourself daily that you are worthy of joy, peace, and healthy connections, because endings do not diminish your value. They reveal it, and as you prepare for what is coming, journaling can become a sacred tool. Writing down what you have learned from the farewell, what qualities you want to carry forward, and what lessons you are choosing to leave behind. And this practice transforms grief into wisdom, turning pain into a roadmap for growth, and gratitude is another key. Because by thanking the past, even the parts that hurt you, release its power over you, shifting your energy from loss to expansion. And Scorpio, set new boundaries as you move forward. Boundaries that protect your heart without hardening it, so that when new opportunities and relationships arrive, you greet them with openness instead of fear, and visualize the next chapter as a door already opening before you. Golden light spilling through, inviting you to step into your destiny with confidence. Because the truth is, your story is not ending here. It is only evolving. And if you hold faith, nurture your spirit, and trust the process, the chapter waiting for you will not only heal the ache of goodbye, it will reveal why you had to let go in the first place, showing you that every farewell was secretly a beginning in disguise. Scorpio, as we arrive at the end of this message, let us bring together the truth your heart already knows. A final farewell is never the end. It is the passage into freedom, healing, and transformation. Because while your human self grieves a goodbye, your soul celebrates the release. For every ending clears away what was never meant to stay and makes room for what has always been destined for you. And though farewells ache, they are sacred, and you as a Scorpio were born to rise again and again, stronger, wiser, and more radiant than before. So do not see this goodbye as punishment. See it as protection, not as a void, but as a portal. Because your story continues with greater power and deeper purpose, and the universe is already preparing blessings that will meet you on the other side of this chapter. So take this moment to breathe, to honor what has passed, and to open your heart for what is to come. And if this message has spoken to your spirit, I invite you to like this video to affirm your healing. Share it with someone who may need these words and subscribe so that you never miss the guidance and comfort the universe wants to send you. And I thank you, dear Scorpio, for allowing me to walk with you through this moment of farewell. Your presence here is a gift, and remember always, endings are not the closing of your story. They are the seeds of your divine new beginning.